All right, so we're just going to take a little bit of a break right now. I'm going to switch the camera and microphones. I just switched the one microphone over so you can hear what I'm saying because. All right, so we're just going to take a little bit of a break right now. I'm going to switch the camera and microphone. Figure shit out. Hang on. There we go. Now we won't have an echo because I turned that down because I was using my phone to keep an eye on the chat and say hi to everybody every once in a while. Now we're going to flip the camera around, go to the other camera. Oh, look, I'm scaring everybody. Hello. Anyways, comments. Running there, time for a small break, blah, blah, blah. I didn't expect a whole lot of people on here. I just thought I finally got the audio interface working. A few things I had to monkey around on the computer since the last up. I hate when these automatic updates happen. It seems to fuck things up. But anyways, I got it going now. So, and yes, I'm in desperate need of a haircut. As you can see, I get little wings out from underneath my do-rag. Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, it's Canada Day weekend. Cheers, everybody. Happy Canada Day. Time for a little break off the drums because it is getting hot over there because I am all over the place. Everything. So I hope everybody is enjoying everything. So we'll see. I'm going to have to get some. We're going to have to pick up some splitters. That way I can have my amp and my audio interface all plugged in at the same time so I can hear what's going on instead of using my headphones all the time. So having the single signal diverse between the two different units. Right now I'm using the audio interface as the amp so you all can hear it. So it's like the microphone for the drums. So there's a lot of other things I need to download and probably get. It's all taking time and got to get things just right. Now, Smokies. You know, it's been quiet all weekend long and up until now. You know, without any emergency vehicles going up and down my road. Because I am a busy street. But anyways, hope everything's okay. Anyways. So, last few times when I played drums, I got pissed off, and it's just like there's a lot of drawbacks to an audio interface because if you don't do things right and you forget, make sure you update your drivers. And make sure when your computer updates, it doesn't take out your shit like it did to me on the last update. Everything got. Why are you fucking deleting that? You know, stupid fucking updates from Microsoft, whatever. Anyways, so I got everything back up and running again. After all the frustrations and getting pissed off, you know. Now, mind you, I love my drum set since I bought it. You know, the Elise's strike kit. It's really good kit. I did have one drum go down on it. I have to ship that in and get that repaired. It's a good thing that I kept my old Roland drum set because now I have some of the Roland stuff plugged into the Elise's to compensate for the missing drum that I have. So it all works. I got 2 Roland cymbals on there, and I got 2 Roland drum pads on there. It all works. So when I took my drum apart, opened it up to see what the problem is, and there's these little foam things that sit there, supposed to be sitting between the screen and the sensors. They're all over the place, so I have to send that back in. I can just imagine how much that's going to cost to get fixed. Anyways, so to compensate, like I said, I got my rolling drums plugged into it. It's a good thing I kept some of it. It all works. So now that I got that double bass kick pedal, I'm still having a hard time with it. I still been practicing with it and just trying to figure out the pattern. It's a whole new animal. Yes, it's a new ball game. I can do a lot of shit with my right foot with the one bass drum and get that thing really going real fast because of the bass pedals that I have bought. They're all everything that I've got for the drum and for the hi-hat. It's all Mapex. These are speed pedals, but they're really fast. So. And they have a real quick return, and they have weights. I can take and put different weights in the beater head to make it go. So which I like. But these Mapex pedals are really, really quick. I'm really impressed with them. Normally I would use Pearl, right? But I thought, okay, well, Mapex hi-hat. All right, I'll try out the single bass drum, and I was impressed with it. As soon as I got it home, I hooked it up to the drums and replaced the rolling foot pedal, which sucked. Sorry, Roland, but you make good instruments, but when it comes to a bass pedal, you really suck at it. Okay. Anyways. Everything else on the rolling drum set that I had when I first bought the electric drums, hey, it was all great except for the bass pedal. So, anyways, as soon as I bought that Mapex, I thought, geez, that's really nice. I kind of like that. I got the feel of it. It got comfortable. I can put my foot anywhere in it. I can boom, 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 right? And then when I was looking for a double bass pedal, I went back to the music store, which I bought the drums from the music store. Lone and McQuaid, which are well known in Ontario. And they're all over the place. I seen that double bass pedal on sale. Bonus. Oh, it's on sale. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Now they got it hooked up. Now I'm having a hell of a time with it because I'm so used to just doing the single bass. Now I gotta train my left foot. I should say my right foot to do the opposite what my left foot's doing. And every once in a while, both my legs are going up and down at the same time. I'm looking down. I'm like, okay, you guys need to stop this. You need to think. So basically, when you play drums, you got to have a brain for this arm, a brain for that arm, a brain for this leg, and a brain, and you're all doing different things. And it's called coordination, timing, and getting the beat right. And I know a lot of drummers, and I know a lot of people who try to play drums get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Just keep practicing. And I just keep practicing. I'm not the best drummer in the world. I do what I can. I'm basically I hung around with a longtime friend. I haven't seen him in years. But, Rob. He was a drummer. He taught me a few things, but basically I was more or less like a self-taught drummer. So kind of listening to music, listening to the beats, trying to figure things out and type stuff. I can't read music. You'd be surprised on how many professional drummers cannot read music. Figure that one out. Anyways, the hardest job for any drummer in any band is to keep the beat because they have the most work to do because they're the ones who are up there actually and with no shirts on, sweating their asses off, and their arms are flying, everything, and their legs are going, their arms are flying, and their heart's just going. Arms are getting tired, and you got to think past all. I'm getting tired. I'm getting hot. Okay, I need a break, but I got to go through this set. So it is what it is. I practice when I get the chance, and since how it's a long weekend and having a beer, I thought, well, got the audio interface working. Also play some drums for a while. Warm up my skills a little bit. Going through all the different kits, which I'm going to have to. All the kits that I don't like, I'm going to see if I can delete out of the memory system, so that way I don't have them, and I have a select set of drums. Seeing as how these are the Elise's strike kit, which good kit. I really like it because it looks like a real drum set. Right? It's got all the wooden shells. The only difference is between that and an acoustic is it has electric pickups inside and everything else. Now I can tune the drums two different ways. I can do it traditionally with a drum key, or I can do it electronically. So now I have tightened up my skins a little bit. Right? So because they're not rubber like the cymbals are. Now there are cymbals I can get that are real cymbals, but then I would have to mic them up. I put mics on all of them, and there is provisions for that in that drum module, by the way, too. So I can really expand that kit to a bigger kit if I really wanted to, like, because I got all these extra hookups. But for now, I'm just happy with what I got. The drum rack is a little small. Because I expanded it instead of having, a bigger rack to accommodate 4 toms. I only got a rack that accommodates actually 3 toms, but I made the 4th tom work and tightened everything up a little bit. So this is why I go very quick around the drums, because they're really close together, and you can do a little, and go kind of fast. So just trying to figure out everything. That's all. It's every musician, you play guitar or piano or whatever instrument you're playing, you're always constantly practicing, trying to figure things out and coming up with something new. So, and I have fun playing it. It's good exercise. So always like the drums. I love the sound. I love the beat, I watch other drummers and from all different types of other bands, and seeing how they're holding their sticks, trying to figure out how they're holding, where they're holding it, where the rebound and where the balance is, and what they're doing because they're holding them loosely. I have a bad habit of holding them tight so I don't lose my drumstick. So every once in a while, if I loosen up my grip, you see the drumstick go flying out of my hand. I've seen that actually with professional drummers too. They accidentally throw the stick away. That's why they have a bag of sticks. They reach down and pick up another one, and off we go, right? So, So just trying to figure out the wrist movements, hand. When I used to play drums, I was in cadets, and I would have to play the traditional way, right, in order to play the drums, and I couldn't really grasp the problem. So I flipped my hands around and did it this way and started playing. But my CO didn't like the way I was holding my sticks. and I would get ridiculed, and he would make me do it. And I said, told him, I can't do it this way. This is the only way I can do it. Well, you have to do it the military way. I'm like, well, I guess I won't be playing drums long in the band, so I transferred from the band to the guard. Because I'm not playing this way. I'd rather play this way, So from that having a drum lesson in my life, I don't know, I figure I'm doing pretty good. But I think anyways. So they're kind of getting the gist of it, kind of figuring things out over the long period of years, and then hanging around with people who I know who play drums and watching them and getting a few tips, a few lessons, but not a whole lot. But they're telling me exactly what I'm doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. So you just got to learn to have the sticks bounce a bit more on, so you got a double return, a quicker return. So I don't know. It's trial and error. Drums ain't for everybody, but hey, what the hell? I'm still gonna. I'll be playing drums in my fucking grave. Okay. Anomaly says, great drums, man. Thank you, Anomaly. I really do appreciate that, brother. I know Neil Peart, and that's one of my all-time favorite drummers, next to John Bonham. One of the two greatest drummers in the world, especially Neil Peart. He was a really technical drummer. It's just like, wow, this guy is really good. And I thought, geez, I would love to maybe one day play like that, but yeah, we'll see. So truly appreciate it. There we go. Thank you, Anomaly. Love you, brother. Cheers. Happy Canada Day and a happy 4th of July or wherever you are in the world. So I got one more day off, which is tomorrow, Monday, which is the official Canada Day. So I won't be working until Tuesday night. So I'm here in Ontario still. Yeah, so am I. I'm still in London, Ontario, where I was born and raised, my hometown. And that kind of figures out. So my mom is from England, by the way. She came over to Canada from after the Second World War was over. She met my dad. They both came over here. My dad was originally, he was from Canada. He went over there and he met my mom. So, anyways, my grandfather fought in the First World War. My dad and my mom were in the Second World War. My mom was in the RAF. She was telling me she drove a fuel truck. Fuel up Spitfires and Hurricanes and everything else. My dad was in on the D-Day invasion, so my dad had to lie about his age in order to get in the Army because they weren't accepting certain people under a certain age, so he lied his ass off. And I'm the youngest out of 4 brothers, so my mom came over here from England, and guess where she lived? London. So she comes to Ontario, and what town do they come to? London. So it probably made her feel at home somewhat, but it was a little bit different. But anyways. So basically, my background is a military background. My dad wanted me to join the army. as I was getting older. But I thought, well, when I was a kid, I thought, well, I joined cadets, and he wasn't happy when I joined Sea Cadets. He's like, Army dude, right? Army, Navy type. So I joined the Sea Cadets, got into the band, and then got out of the band, and got into the Guard, and then I left. And then I left Sea Cadets, and then I went over to Air Cadets, and then I left Air Cadets, and I went over to Army Cadets. So I've been around, so I know what military life somewhat is like. Yeah, we had the yes sir do the salute and everything. Anyways, so I'm very proud of my parents who served their countries. Very proud of my grandfather who served his country in the First World War. He was wounded. My dad was telling me he was wounded quite a few times in the First World War, and he comes back over here and he dies of tuberculosis. My dad was shot 15 times. He died at 63. He had cancer. My dad told me how he got shot 15 times and survived, but cancer took his life. So go figure, right? So, anyways, so I have a lot of respect for the men and women who are serving in the military. So I thank them for their service. Every time I see an Army dude shopping at the store, I walk up and I say, I just want to shake your hand and thank you for serving the country. And my dad served in World War II, and thank you for keeping us safe. So, and I do the same thing when I see an American soldier when I'm over there in America too, because as far as I'm concerned and how I look at things, when I go to the States, I'm not actually leaving Canada. I'm just going to another home that has a border, which is still on the North American continent, by the way. I have not left North America, okay? I stayed on the North American continent. So to me, the U.S. is like another second home that I've met a lot of people. I have a lot of friends over there. So great people. So, yeah, I thank them for their service, even though I'm a Canadian. Always show respect for your military wherever you are in the world. And if you happen to be a Canadian and you're traveling back and forth between the U.S. and Canada, say thank you to the U.S. forces too. Doesn't hurt. So when I'm done this cigarette, we're going to go back and do some more drumming. So in the meantime, we're going to do a little chit chat and see what's going on and stuff like that. And hopefully things will get better over here on this side of the border. I'm not holding my breath anytime soon. Anyways. So the last couple of Home Depot deliveries that I did here in Canada, hey, we had nice weather. It didn't rain. Normally when it's time to deliver a drywall and sheetrock and all the other stuff that we keep Home Depot stocked up in, usually it's raining. And we call it drywall weather. Well, it is drywall weather. Now, the last time, and that was a week ago, I was at Home Depot here in London. I'm not going to say which one. When I got there, it didn't rain. It was clouding over, and we had lightning and thunder happening all around us, but we were still unloading the trailer. Then the wind started picking up, and I got my load's unstrapped. It's open to the elements. I got the curtain because these are curtain size. So these are trailers that have curtains that roll back and forth instead of looking. It's not like a flatbed. Well, technically, it is a flatbed, but it's not. It's a curtain side trailer. So we have a curtain on it. So I got those pushed all the way back, and I got the whole load except for the 4 feet of the front, which is still covered up because the only one was up so far. Open to the elements. The wind started picking up. It started to spit. And the manager was out there taking pictures of all the lightning and everything. And I walked up and I said, you know what? I think we're going to have to close the trailer up and stop the unloading process. She goes, why? It's getting windy. I said, it's really windy. I don't need the wind to pick up any of those pieces of drywall and blow them off because it can happen. But when it gets under there, off they go, right? And I said, maybe we should wait the storm out and see what happens. And so no sooner did I say that and start walking back to my trailer and start closing the curtain, it just started to pour. And I closed everything up to keep all the drywall and everything dry because I don't want it getting wet. So I closed the curtain back up, and it rained and the wind picked up, and the rain was, instead of coming straight down, it was going like this. And it's like, got windy. It lasted for about an hour or so. And then we waited till the rain subsided. Then it did quit, and then we opened up the curtain and started unloading. As we started unloading, we probably got about 4 lifts off of drywall. It started raining again. So I was opening and closing of the curtain side. Forklift, because that was a light rain coming down. It was steady, but it was light. So he'd come out and he'd pick up the lift and take it back inside. I would close the curtain side up and trying to keep the drywall as dry as possible. So that's what I was doing. So I was running back and forth, and I got soaked. I was wet. So but we got the job done, and drywall is inside, and everything was all safe. She was impressed on how, the manager was impressed on how I ran out there in the middle of a rainstorm, closing the curtain back and forth. I said, well, I don't want to get wet. And I'm sure you don't want to get wet either. So, Sausage, what's going on? Good to see you. So, that's what I do. If it starts raining, I will close that curtain up. And yes, and I will get wet. But I like what I do. I like going to all the different Home Depots. Everybody is so friendly. All get along, and they say, well, you're not supposed to be here until, sometimes I'm early, sometimes I'm late. It is what it is. But I try to get there on time, the majority of the time. And now the last time, how am I doing? Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good too, Sausage. So now the last time when I was in Toronto, of all places, I really hate going to the Toronto area because it's, anyways, traffic, even late at night. I'm thinking to myself, when I used to go through Toronto, there was maybe a handful of cars, right? Now there's 3, 5, 6 fucking dozen cars fucking whizzing by. I'm thinking, where the fuck are you people? Don't you people fucking sleep anymore? Anyways. So when I went to Toronto, well, actually Mississauga, I was in Mississauga. The manager was training 2 people to drive forklift. At the end of the winter season, right? So there's all kinds of snow out in the parking lot. forklifts are getting stuck. These two were a little nervous about unloading a truck because they're not sure how things are. And the guy looked at me. He says, "I apologize. Normally we would have you out of here within an hour, but I'm training." I says, I looked at him and said, "It's all good. I understand the training part. It's all good. No problem. Don't worry about it. I am never in a hurry to get out of here. You want to unload me? You take your time. That's okay. I'm good with that." So, where a lot of truck drivers, will start bitching and complaining about, I got to get out of here because I want to go home. You get paid by the hour. Don't worry about it. It's not like you're getting paid by the mile, buddy. I get paid by the hour. So the guy says, and he had to throw out a bunch of salt. I looked at him. I says, "Grab a couple of snow shovels." He said, "Yeah." He says, "I'll help you shovel and we'll clear areas for the forklift to get into." You're like, you do that? Just give me a shovel and we'll shovel it up and let's work together and let's get this truck unloaded. He was good with that. He thought that was cool. Wow. He couldn't believe that. He said, any other truck driver would say, "Fuck you." Well, I didn't say that. I said, "Give me a shovel and let's shovel a path for the forklift. Let's salt it down. Let's get some traction. And let's start getting the truck unloaded." And that's exactly what we did. So, and at the end of the day, when he gave me my paperwork, he said, I really do apologize. I said, "You don't need to apologize. I understand everything. You're training. I understand the weather. It's all good. We all work together. We got the job done. Now I'm leaving and you got your product. I'm empty and I'm going home." So, and I shook his hand and I said, "I'll see you later, buddy. And I'll see you." I said, "I'll probably see you next time around too." And sure shit, 3 weeks later, I'm back at the same store and he was at me and said, "Oh, it's you again." I said, "Yes." I looked at him and said, "Are we training today?" He says, "Nope, I'm unloading the truck." I said, "Okay." I was out of there within 40 minutes. He unloaded me in 40 minutes. And he's just like, boom, okay, see you. All right, have a good time. See you later. He thought for sure I was going to be all mad and upset with him because it took so long because he was training 2 forklift drivers and it was snowing. So, number one rule when you're a truck driver, you show up to a place, if they don't unload you right away or they're taking a little bit longer because of training, don't get upset with them. Go with the flow. You paid by the hour, not by the mile. Help them. I even helped the forklift drivers. I said, "Look, you got that stuff right on top." I said, "Lower your forks down, tilt it a bit, and go in and go like this, down a little bit." And I had to coach them in because they're brand new drivers. And slowly, if they went in the wrong way, I said, "Oh, no, you got now back up. Start again," and boom, lift it up. And I said, when you go in, because the trailer is bent kind of funny because it's an aluminum trailer, right? So when the air drops, it's like the trailer is like this, kind of on a slant. So when you stick the forks in, they have to kind of even it up and get in there in between each slip of drywall so they don't damage the drywall. So they have to go in very slow. Pick it up, pull it back, set it down, move in closer so they get the entire fork underneath the whole lift of drywall, and then pick it up. So now I've driven forklift before, and I know how it works. And yes, it can get a little nerve-wracking sometimes because now you're picking up a heavy load, and then your forklift goes like this a little bit, tilts forward, and it's just like, you'll be okay. Just lift it up slowly, back it out, and as soon as you lower it, it lowers the center of gravity, and now your forklift will go back to where it was. So. I've seen people with forklifts who are trying to pick up more than what they're supposed to. But the forklift goes like this. Yeah. So, anyways, all right, we're going to go back to drumming. I'm going to flip the microphone back over to the audio interface. I'm going to flip the camera around first. And we're going to go back and play a little bit more drums. And then I think after that, we'll probably call it a night. So, all right, flipping back over to the audio interface as the microphone. All right. You know what? I think it's time for bedtime for me. I think it's 90 night time. I'm going to bed. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the thumbs up. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to get some sleep. So we'll catch you all later on the next round of Toyman making a fool out of himself on the freaking drums. Okay? All right. There we go. All right. See ya, everybody. Have a good night. Remember, love thy neighbor. Don't add hate to the world, please. Okay? Okay. All right. Anyways. Ta-ta. Auf Wiedersehen. Hasta vista. Well, that didn't come out right either. I fucked that up, didn't I? All right. Anyways. That's Vidanya. It's a good thing I don't fucking live in Russia. That's the only fucking thing I know. Oh, geez, did I say that out loud? See ya. All right, where the fuck is my outro? Where the hell did my outro go? Intro, outro. It should be here. There's my intro. Let's see. Gamer on. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, wait a minute. Is this it? Let me see.